carelessly. I think that might cover it. It can happen very carelessly, that's for sure. Okay, Rob, I've been here for a long, long time on this remote base. I'm going to shut the base down. There could be somebody waiting in the background to utilise the base. I don't think there is, or I would see them. And you might find that interesting that here in Australia, that I can in fact change the frequency precisely the same as you can with that ICOM 718. I mean, but precisely the same. So, if we need to go anywhere on the band, we can certainly go there. And that's the sort of control that I have with this transceiver. So it's very, very wonderful technology. I'm under the impression, Rob, that the technology's been around for around about 8, 9, 10 years now. And lots of guys like this gentleman that I'm talking on now have helped refine it so that it's working as well as it is. Okay, Rob, one last thing. Let me just unkey for a minute and key back up. Please stand by. Yeah, there's an 80-second, 3-minute timer on the transceiver. Now, I can see the timer counting down the seconds. And, of course, that's there for obvious reasons, that if I was to walk away with the transmitter keyed accidentally or whatever, the things that can go wrong, after 3 minutes, the transceiver will automatically, I think that's the way it works, will automatically shut down. And it's a good safeguard there. Actually, you might be interested if you go to www.remotehams.com, remote hams being all one word, Rob. In there you'll see several transceivers that are you're able to tune and listen to and transmit on. All of them you need to contact the owners to be put in their database to transmit. But you might find it interesting to have a look at that site. This transceiver that I'm on is in there. I'm very, very pleased to say. It's a wonderful transceiver. It has beautiful, extremely excellent ears, and it really does hear very, very well indeed. Just a beautiful transceiver. I can tune other transceivers remotely, and the band can be dead. But as sure as God made little apples, Rob, if I drop in here and tune, I'll hear stations. No risk about that. Okay, Rob, let me pass it back for final with you, and I'm going to close the remote down and get on out of here. Hey, Rob, you enjoy your upgraded license, and you're sounding great on that remote, sounding excellent. A word that you used a little while ago was nervous. I can assure you of this, and you should be aware of it, that whatever it is you're thinking or feeling is not coming through over the air, Rob. It's certainly not there. You sound very confident and very competent. Okay, Rob, my very best 7-3 to you. Lots of luck to you and yours. You take care, and if nobody suddenly yells out a call sign at me, if that does not happen, you might like to keep the frequency. If somebody calls out, I might say a quick hello. So 73, Rob, thanks for the chat and thanks for the call. Whiskey Zero, Victor Foxtrot Whiskey. This is VK4SY on the East Coast, Australia, transmitting on the remote base N4PIQ in Florida. Top of the evening, Rob. You take care. Thanks for the great chat, man.
Laurie, thank you. The pleasure was mine. I appreciate the QSO, and I really hope you have a... I was going to ask one thing quickly. Have you ever been able to do a DX contact from Australia to the United States without the remote? Over?
The answer is yes, yes, and yes again. Many times from the motor car over the 43 years I've had my licence, many, many times from the motor car on a very, very good band when it's open. It's called 10 metres. And I can tell you this, Rob, when 10 metres is working and there's good propagation, you can literally, figuratively speaking, put a piece of wet cotton, a 6 feet long piece of wet cotton in the back of your transceiver and work the world. It's a mighty band. But also from the home QTH as well, with dipoles and verticals. Over the years, the signals that are coming out from the United States into Sydney, where I've lived, and Queensland, where I live, have just been outstanding. So I hope that answers your question. You may have another one. Don't hesitate to ask. Go ahead, Rob.
That's okay. We'll go ahead and wrap up the QSO, but thank you for answering the question. You inspire a great many thoughts in me, and you'll all have to continue to work on some of those. And but I appreciate the contact. This has been a great QSO for me. And thanks for letting me contact Australia. That was really nice. This is Whiskey Zero Victor Foxtrot Whiskey, speaking with Lori VK4SY. And thank you again. 7373, Whiskey Zero Victor Foxtrot Whiskey out.
Top of the evening, Rob. You take care. We'll catch you later, I hope. This is VK4SY transmitting on the N4PIQ remote, just about the QRT, but one last QRZ before IQR is dropping out, I believe. Oh, if you can hear me, Steve, 7's through to you. by golly, what a mighty remote you run there. Just tremendous. The quality of the incoming audio from stations is better than excellent. And, quite obviously from spoken words, the transmission from your 590 is pretty good too. Okay, Steve, if you can hear me, top of the evening. Catch up with you later. You take care there, Steve. This is VK4SY on the N4PIQ remote in Florida, now QRT. Good night all who perhaps can hear.